Hello, everybody. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a thrice weekly campaign set in the beautiful, wonderful world of Imea. We are here with our lovely Wednesday night crew. Someone told me at one point that they were showing stuff to their friends, and they thought that meant that each and every crew meet 3 times a week.
I'd love that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's start that now. We'll just make that a thing. No,
Okay.
It's 3 different campaigns meeting in the same world at the same time. Anyways, welcome to the show. So before we jump into tonight and kind of get a little bit of a where we left off sort of thing, I'm going to just do a couple of announcements up front. First off, don't run away from your screen and go and get like a drink or move past this. For those of you who have heard about the Steinhardt guides to the Eldritch Hunt, we are in desperate need of players. So what we are going to do is we're going to offer up anyone who is listening to this now, whether on YouTube or Twitch, and wanting to play at least play 1 or 2 sessions, however you try it out, give it a shot. As long as you message me on Start Playing that you found this link from YouTube or Twitch, your first session will be free. So it kind of gives a good opportunity to be able to jump in, just kind of feel out how things how it feels kind of working with me as a DM, as well as in that specific setting with Steinhardt's Guide. So describing Steinhardt's Guide now, I did that kind of backwards. Steinhardt's Guide is a Halloween mini campaign that we are starting hopefully this weekend if we have enough players. That is going to be a drop-in, drop-out mini campaign, which means you can play for 1 session, 2 sessions, all of the sessions. It'll be available on Saturdays and Sundays. If you are a fan of the Bloodborne, Dark Souls-esque, gothic horror themed, heavy combat, cool stuff, other adjectives, this is probably for you. I will say, for those of you who have never played D&D before, I do not suggest starting with Eldritch Guide, as it is a very it's a much more complicated piece that is actually adding on to D&D. So if you've never played D&D before, it's already a little crunchy enough. So but if you are interested, if you've been playing D&D for a while and want to try something that's going to be kind of a little more harder hitting, if you want to feel like you are playing a fully broken character against enemies that are just as equally broken towards you, it is a really cool and fun game to play. I'm really excited to start start that campaign. So that'll start this Saturday. If you're interested in joining or joining again, for if it's just 1 session or for multiple sessions, I will be leaving a link in the private chat, so please check that out. Pick a date that would work for you, sign up, and then message me that you were here from Twitch, and I'll make sure that first session at least is free for you. So that is Steinhardt's Guide. We also have a couple other campaigns that are hopefully going to be jumping in, I would say at least by January. I would like to be able to kind of have these ready to go. So the first one is we are adding a 4th Tales of Imea setting. We're adding a 4th Tales of Imea setting in the south of South Imea, a place that is called Tales of Imea, the Isles. So if you're interested in joining in on this homebrew world with these wacky people, you'll be coming in on the same timeline as everybody else. The setting itself is obviously very island themed. A lot of cool nautical stuff, tropical environments, some possibly some ship versus ship combat, fun stuff. I'm very excited to kind of launch that. So if you're interested in joining that, or just even have questions about it, I'm going to add a link to that as well. So that's Tales of Imea, the Isles. We'll be putting that in there, and all these links will be to the Start Playing sign up page for that. And the last thing is a was it a couple months now, or a little bit? I think it's a little bit over a month. We did our Candela Obscura playtest. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Candela Obscura is a high RP game system that is designed to be very simplistic, but builds on the dark cosmic horror, kind of in the Call of Cthulhu realm, but the way that we actually run it is in a homebrew setting. So we designed a whole new homebrew world setting that is called Shadows of the North Shore. So that setting is designed into the turn of the century, 1901, North Shore, Massachusetts. Some very cool kind of spooky stuff that's gone on around there. A lot of it is actually based on actual lore, so actual like North Shore lore, as it is a birthplace of not only myself but of Eldrin over here as well, of Lorianne. So if you're interested in jumping in on that, again, that is actually very easy to learn. Very cool if you want to just kind of spend some time doing some heavy, cool role-playing stuff in a world that is terrifying and creepy, and in that cool Edwardian era sort of stuff. We will include that link as well. All right. Anything I missed, gang? No? Okay, cool. Awesome. Before I forget, again, this is the Mongoose Crew. Everybody take a look, wave at the camera, and say hi.
Hi.
One person did it. Wow. Okay. All right. This is gonna be an interesting game. Thank you, Jamie. All right.
I said hi.
I know. One person did. That was you.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
You were the one.
I thought you were saying it was Jamie. I was like, wow.
It's all good. It's all good.
Sorry, I was muted.
You're good. We've only been doing this for a little bit. I love you. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into where we left off for tonight. So, Lorianne, please take it away.
Okay. So, during their catch-up, Guar, Wilbur, and Eldrin discussed their recent experiences in detail. Wilbur shared that Cerilius is unwell and has no powers, and that he was sent 150 years into the past to Noria. Wilbur and Cerilius were. He explained that he met a much younger Zaris, and that he was also there when the living light fell, and also there for the name day ceremony for Eldrin's grandfather. So Guar, once he heard a little bit about Cerilius, talked about his vision at the gates of Celestia and how he somehow used Celeste to save Broomhilda. He then explained that Broomhilda is somewhere in the Shadowfell. Eldrin and Winona then butt in and explain their time in Celeste, not Celestia, not Celeste the halberd, a different Celeste, and that the people they met there included students of a place called the Mortimer Ludus, which is run by fan favorite Grincelli Mortimer. Wilbur learned that it is extremely unsafe for wombats, specifically him, in the world right now. And then Noros, Eldrin's wonderful patient husband, is getting increasingly agitated because Guar and Eldrin are continuing to argue and bicker, and Guar notices that, which Eldrin doesn't, and apologizes to him for his part in arguing with Eldrin. So Guar then uses Eldrin's magical bracelet to contact Seren, and he learns that she's with Huxley. Seren is then super sassy with Huxley and calls him out for his role in getting her kidnapped. They continue to argue until Seren asks him for help in questioning one of the slavers they killed. Seren goes into Grim Reaper mode and uses the trapped soul of the slaver to ask him how to open the cage Gerard is in. She's successfully able to get that the password, and is able to get Gerard freed. They continue on their way while Huxley continues to be difficult, and Seren agrees to travel with him until her friends come to get her. Guar receives Seren's response and asks for clarification on where they should go. It turns out that she is gonna probably be closest to Celeste, and where Noros, Eldrin, and Winona just were, and basically told them, call me back tomorrow, I'll have more information. So Eldrin messaged Milo and asked where he is, and Milo responded that he wasn't sure, and he knew he was north of the grove, and that there were very large trees around him. So Eldrin tells him to go get directions, and then doesn't hear back from him because Milo is very literal and does just that. So Guar thinks he can do better, so he also reaches out to Milo, and this makes Eldrin very angry, and she tries to involve Noros into the argument, which makes Noros fed up, and he leaves the room because Eldrin also lost her temper with him. Once again, Eldrin doesn't realize her mistakes, and Guar tells her to go after Noros. And Milo responds to Guar and tells him he's trying to find out more info, and that, oh yeah, P.S. the boy from the circus, Aesop, is also here. And that makes Guar and Wilbur freak out a bit. So Eldrin and Noros chat. She tells him, that she loves him. He says things like, try not to forget that I'm here. She says, you're the most important thing to me, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, he has a lot of sad boy energy. So they go back to the room because Wilbur and Guar are freaking out and yelling for them about Aesop. They tell us about what Milo said, and Wilbur thinks the kid must not be happy and that Milo is in danger, but Eldrin's not as worried since he's just a kid and the real bad guy is Lahad. But the group agrees to reach out to Milo after dinner to see if he has a better idea of where he is. So Noros then leaves the room to get them food by himself. Meanwhile, Seren and Huxley continue on their journey. Seren asks Huxley some questions, finds out about Gaston. Huxley kind of seems a little heartless and says that he's just going to make a new robot dog. Then they hear rustling in the woods, and they encounter these tree/vine people. And Seren is the best and is able to show them that they're not a threat, and even gives them a moonstone as a gift, kind of for safe passage, or just as here's a gift. So Huxley then divulges to Seren that he did not escape prison, that the prison is no longer standing, and that there is complete chaos and anarchy in the capital and probably other major cities because of the voice in the sky, which we know is Tal. And then they decided to rest for the night. Then we end with Milo going in search of Kavish, or someone else who can give him directions. He doesn't find Kavish, but does see a puppet show being put on for the residents of the city. And then he runs into a tabaxi named Phelan Nightshade and proceeds to embarrass himself and offend him by giving him a ball of twine. Despite that, Phelan helps Milo locate Kavish as they continue having an awkward conversation. And then Kavish and Milo discuss the two South Imanes that are there. Kavish is a little off-put by Milo saying that the young boy Aesop and him have a difficult relationship. But overall, Milo asks Kavish where they are so his friends can come get him. And then Kavish doesn't feel comfortable telling that to Milo and instead says he had hoped Milo would stay and feel welcome there and find this as a home. So it's a little creepy in my opinion. So Milo and Kavish...
He also offered to drop him off wherever he wanted to go.
I'm not there yet. I know.
Sorry.
Milo and Kavish hear a large splash and see Duchess playing with some children. And then before Milo heads down to see Duchess, Kavish says we'll drop him off wherever he needs Joe. And that to go and meet him at the party tree later that night. The party tree, guys. And then, because nothing good can happen in our lives, Milo sees a small patch of bushes in the distance with a big open area that looks black. And once the wind picks up, he sees that it's ash, or at least some ash-like thing. And then Milo recalls what Aesop said to him. Mind the rings, Mr. Milo. That was AI that wrote that for me.
Except he didn't say that. Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I put all my notes in and had the AI make it better.
Did the AI tell you to say it like that? Mind the rings, Mr. Like Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah, exactly. I can't
Mind
say
the
creepy.
rings, Mr. Frodo.
Although the AI did add some creepy stuff in there that was nowhere in my notes. It was like, and then Guar saw a blonde woman on the beach and told Eldrin that it looked like her. And I was like, that didn't happen at all.
That definitely did not happen, no.
I was like, that wasn't even in my notes. I don't like that.
That's great. Everybody, you know how you know what we're doing next. You've done it for a while now at this point. So we'll say, let's do Wilbur. Go ahead and roll for the three of you. But Milo and Seren, go ahead and roll D20.
We all know Milo's going to go first.
I got a 7, so I hope not.
15.
15.
I got an 8.
Oh.
Right.
Milo's going last.
7 plus
Very
8 is 15. My brain's happy.
Milo and Seren are going
Yep.
simultaneously at the same time.
Yes, that is true.
Mhm.
All right, cool, awesome. Well,
Let's do all 3 stories at once and break John.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
please,
Yeah.
let's do it. Well, I mean that's what's been happening, but that's not your fault. That's my own. Fantastic.
You did this to us.
I did this to myself. All right. So, diving underwater from a black screen, we hear the as bubbles pop up, and we go deep, deep, deep underwater, going through various forms of schools of fishes that seem to get darker and weirder shaped as we go lower and lower, sinking into the murky black. As we zoom further closer in, all of a sudden we see in the distance a rather interesting ethereal blue light that seems to shimmer off, and we move the camera closer in to see a large underwater castle. Moving closer into the castle, we pass through some various forms of Enorian nobles, guards, about 90% of them being Tritons, and we come to a door that is opened to us as we come through into a room where we see Eldrin, Enerath, Gwar, Amon Amarth, and Wilbur, as well as some other people as well. We see Winona, another wombat creature that is that looks to be a little bit more hunched over. Definitely seems to be older in age, at least in the physical description. And we see Noros, another Triton of a similar height to Eldrin, I believe, which is
A little taller.
Which is a cool 5 feet, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. You guys are just taking in the call, I believe, from Milo, who has.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, Nora's left to go get us food.
Yeah, I was moving past that part.
Oh,
so
okay, cool.
Kind of, yeah. So yeah, I will say you guys do have like food in front of you. It's awkwardly with you
on my bed.
It's on your bed. Like it's not in a good spot. You guys are clearly kind of hiding away from the high society for various reasons. But yeah, so as you are reeling from the response from Milo and waiting for something else to happen, so far nothing yet. Is there anything you guys would like to say or do?
Gwar's eating.
Yeah, Gwar hasn't eaten all day, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Eldrin's looking at Gwar eating on her bed and getting crumbs all over it, and is not pleased, but is keeping her mouth shut. Disdain on her face.
Aren't the crumbs just floating though? All around the room?
There's magic.
Not with the food that they're eating. The gravity it has enough. What's the word?
Viscosity.
No, it has enough. Not weight, but mass. Yeah, it has enough mass.
I just say magic.
It is resting on the. It's not weight, but it's magic. It has enough magic that it is resting on the bedspread.
Yeah, Eldrin's just staring at it.
Okay. Noros kind of leans over to you and goes, I can... Do you want me to... I can clean that up later. I can see you're...
What?
Kind of... Are you okay?
Oh.
Are you here?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right.
You don't need to... No, it's fine.
Do you want me to...
Everything's fine.
Soon?
No.
I guess this might be silly to say, but you haven't heard anything yet, right? You're not just contemplating the response that you got.
No, I haven't heard anything yet. I think we just need to reach back out to Milo later tonight after he has obviously gotten directions, because that must be what he's doing.
Okay. All right.
And Seren tomorrow, obviously, for her direction. So I feel like we're just have nothing to do.
Looks back down at his food. Wilbur, you see Winona looking at you as you are eating the seaweed, and is kind of just like staring at you from in between like mouthfuls, and just kind of just to like wipe your whiskers a little bit, just getting into the chin. Just
I'm okay. I can clean my own face, thank you.
oh, okay. I was just you have it. You still have the. Right.
Do you like your seaweed?
Yeah, it's weird to eat. I don't know how this helmet thing works.
Oh, you don't have
That's
to wear the
weird.
helmet in the castle. I'm so sorry. I should have told you that.
Oh, okay, because I haven't been able to get any of it in.
Yeah,
It's
no.
just been-
Press the. There's like a button on the side. I'm sorry, Winona. My head's not here right now.
Okay.
I didn't even think.
Winona eventually finds it. Initial panic, as there is, because I believe we kind of have made it into the idea that it is just breathable water, correct?
Yeah, in the castle, it's just breathable water because it's magic.
Because of magic. Yeah. So there's a definite look of panic with Winona.
It's okay. Breathe.
You can breathe normally.
Okay.
It's. I mean, I guess I can't say I know what it feels like because it feels completely normal to me. But I must feel odd.
Pushing the seaweed to her closed mouth. She's been always taught to close her mouth when she's underwater.
No, you can open. It's okay.
It's
Look,
a
see?
sight to behold.
Well,
Guar, you were over on the other side. Your choice on whether or not you're seeing this or just not. But what is Guar doing in this moment?
He's eating. He's just
Still
eating. Just eating.
You guys are cool, awesome.
no.
Here, open.
You guys.
Open.
Guar looks up. He's like, "Oh yeah, no, Winona, it's really weird. I know it's really weird. It took me a while to get used to it too. Just like close your eyes and pretend you're on land, and then eat it."
It's weird because I could taste the water, so I'm tasting the
Well,
grass
seaweed and
with the
seawater
in
taste very similar, so that might be why.
No, they don't.
Yeah, but you're talking, so you know you can open your mouth. It's okay.
That's a good point. Excellent
Right, I
point.
get that. But, okay, so how do I drink?
Like normal.
Like normal. There's.
But-
Zaris can explain it to you. The magic that is around the castle grounds make it so that it's a little bit easier, because we have a lot of diplomats who visit from land, and we don't want them to feel like they're gulping in water whenever they open their mouth. So there's something with gravity and everything, and I don't completely get it.
It's okay.
Okay, but if I'm inhaling water
You're not.
and I'm not,
No.
No, you're not inhaling it.
so where's it going?
I don't know. It's magic. I try not to think about it.
Winona is lost in thought for the next several hours on this.
Okay. So I turn to like Wilbur and Guar, and I say, well, I mean, I guess we could start planning with. I could speak with Zaris. We're gonna need his help to get Seren and Milo back, I'm sure. And going to the Shadowfell. you said that he's going to help with that, right, Guar?
I mean, he said he did. I mean, I don't know. How seriously do you take his word?
I mean, how did he say it? Was he interested, or did he say like, "Yeah, sure, I can do it," or was
no,
like,
he
excited?
seemed very interested. He seemed very interested. Like,
He's
weirdly,
probably gonna do it then.
Well, maybe not weird for him, but weird to me. Like, I don't know why you'd want to go to a place like he described willingly.
So
He's an odd person.
What exactly are we dealing with in Shadowfell? What kind of creatures and...
It's kind of like an in-between place. I don't think there's a lot of color, at least down there from what I've been told.
He said it resembled our world, but grayer and darker and scarier and more ominous.
I mean, I'm assuming it's called the Shadowfell, so shadow creatures, probably.
And
wait, do you think that there are like creatures like us, but shadow versions of us?
And also fell.
Wilbur is trembling.
It'll be okay, Wilbur. We have the power of persona while we're there.
And Bahamut too.
I mean, this is what I begrudgingly said. This is what a cleric and a paladin like War are built for. We'll be fine.
So yes, I'll be the leader, and it will be fine.
Wombat.
Yes.
Shadow, scary. No, I don't like it. I don't.
We can revisit the baby Bjorn thing we talked about.
Yeah, that's fine. I would love to do that. You could go on the back too if it's you have more dignity.
Yeah, that's right.
We just need to disguise you or at least partially obstruct you somehow so people don't know where I'm carrying a wombat.
Well, I mean, if we put his hood up, we can disguise him as, I mean, he's the same height as like a smaller halfling or a goblin or
a toddler.
We have options. Or a toddler, yes. That's why I came up with the Bjorn thing. Thank you, Winona, for giving us the name. Well, I don't want to just sit here and watch Guar eat. No offense, Guar.
I'm done eating. What are you talking about?
Okay. I mean, there's
you look at yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I say that's not what the crumbs all over the bed say, but that's fine.
I mean, you realize there's 5 of us here eating, so I mean.
Okay, it's just I don't see any near Wilbur's plate or my plate or Noros's, but you're right, Guar. I'm sorry.
Seaweed's hard to make crumbs out of.
That's true. I was implying it was Noros, but that's fine.
Noros, who has barely touched his plate.
Eldrin hasn't really touched hers either.
Yeah, looks down and goes, yeah, no, you're probably right. What did you want to do, dear? What did you?
Sorry, Norris. I was just trying to include you in the conversation.
Not needed. I don't need that. I don't.
I wanted to go talk to Zaris, possibly, and although I don't really want to. Honestly, there's a lot of things on my mind right now. Wilbur, what would you like to do right now? I'm sorry, that sounded really harsh. I meant that in a kinder way.
If you're offering up just ideas, I would like to go home.
Yes, we're gonna get to that. I think that's gonna be when we go get Milo.
Okay, I got a very lovely letter as a from the little redhead child, and I just it's just made me more homesick than I've ever felt before.
Yes. Actually, you know what? That's what we could do, Winona. Would you like to come with me to go see the Archmage and see if he can mend the letter that got destroyed when you took it out of the waterproof case? Or you can stay here with Wilbur. I mean, or we all can go.
Let's just all go.
Okay.
I think this feels so weird without Milo and Seren here. I just really want to get them back. I don't want Winona to come to Shadowfell with us.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
No,
I agree.
don't think it's a good
also
idea either.
did not want Winona to come with you guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're all in agreement.
okay.
That's wonderful. But yes,
Well,
I think Zars could help us get. Zars could definitely help us get Milo and Seren back. I think that.
We just need a location from. I think if we can get Milo to get to the grove somehow, then we can kill 2 fish with 1 spear.
I wish I knew where Walter was.
Do you want to? I mean, everyone else has been using. You want to use my bracelets?
Well, Mom, can't you just...
What?
Can't you look to see where he is?
No, dear, that's your thing.
Damn it.
Well, let's go up to Zars. I look outside at the light to see what time it is, and I say, I think he's actually training my brother currently, but it's fine. We can interrupt that. Kid deserves a break, right? So let's go.
Cool. You all head out. First off, okay. As you guys head out, you're going to the. Where do you imagine your Zars and your brother train? It would be in Zars'
in his office. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. So you guys make your way all the way up the tower. You see that Winona about halfway through is like, okay, I'm just gonna wait here for you guys.
No, Guar, can you help her?
It's harder to get up these steps when
I'll
you're
just swim.
under breathable
Yeah.
water.
That's what I was gonna say. You could swim, or you could just hop on my shoulder. Either way is fine.
Aww.
The best part, I think that we are this awkward right now too, walking up these stairs, and no one has said a word until Winona's like, I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah. Yes, fantastic. Cool.
I would say at this point, Wilbur, I know you've got a lot of energy right now, but I know you're scared. But when I said I would be the leader, I wasn't meaning that facetiously. I'm the one that wants to go there to rescue Brimhilda, and I will take lead. Anything that comes our way, I will be there first.
It
I will
just
protect
sounds like it just sounds like a place of death.
Well,
but
technically it's not. It's the place
It's
of in
not.
between death.
It's in between death. It's like
Yeah.
That doesn't really help. You're really not selling me.
But
Okay.
listen, but in between death.
You can stop yelling.
In between death is eat.
Winona, that's just his voice. He can't help it.
This is so. I'm sorry. You guys will. I'm usually a very pleasant wombat. This is awful. This is
What's
where you
awful?
live.
Yes, this is my home.
There's just water everywhere, and I can't
be
walk up
rude.
these steps, and I can't. I have to be sitting on the shoulder of a foghorn over here. I just want to go home.
Oh,
I know. We're going to get you home. If you can just hold on for one more day, or night, actually.
Don't you know things will change? Things will
Oh
go
my
your
God.
way if you hold on.
My God,
For one more day, things will go your way if you hold on.
my ears are gonna break. My ears are gonna break. Can you talk out the side of your mouth, and I'll just sit on the opposite side?
I mean, I guess.
Okay,
Mom,
great.
I know you want to go home, but just remember, we don't really know what condition home is in right now.
Yeah.
That's fine. At least I could deal with it. You see her shifting. She's about to ask you like which side, and she's just shifting over to the other side. So yeah, Guar, you feel like heavy claws just trying to kind of like pull themselves over to the other side.
I just pick up like Winona off my shoulder and I just hold her like a football.
I'm okay with this.
This better? I'll talk this way.
You could talk
Well, but
that way even when you're talking to me.
I think you're right. We do much better with Milo and Seren.
It's so weird.
Yeah. You and I traveled together just fine.
I'm like an only child.
You say that to Winona?
Yeah.
Okay. She's spending another hour unpacking what you mean by that. That's so good. Cool. You guys get to the door to Zaris's office.
I knock.
I knock harder.
Knock. No sound. No response at all. Doesn't seem like Zaris is there.
Wait, try to open the door.
Yeah. Are there still locks all over the door?
You open the door. You go to open the door. Nothing. And actually, I'm going to say, Wilbur, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Damn it. Can I have a handicap since I have to use my non-dominant arm? Never mind. 25.
Fantastic. You hear with your feet firmly planted on the landing of this area, you hear something just, and you see a very like large metal spike just shoot up from the middle of the landing.
Okay, this is where my 10-year-old brother is training.
What?
Zaris.
I know I've said this a lot, but this is not helping the idea that I'm here. This is
Well,
not.
to be fair, we've never seen this before.
I don't know. Zaris, I yell at the door.
Cover your ears. Cover your ears.
Okay. You hear a response. Yes. What is it? You hear it in your head.
Just Eldrin?
Yeah, just Eldrin.
And I say
Cover
in
your
my
ears.
head to see if it works. It's Eldrin. Can you let us in?
Sure, where are you?
Outside of your door.
Zaris!
Oh, I'm not here.
Where are you? I thought you were training Nevos.
Zaris!
Eldrin.
Yeah, I don't think he's in there.
Somewhere within the castle walls?
I don't know what that means. Can you be a little more specific?
Sorry, I have someone on the other line. Hold on one second.
Eldrin, are you alright? You're just standing there.
Yes, Guar, what is it?
Wait, where are you? Are you in your office?
Where are you?
Outside your door.
Is Guar saying this out loud?
I think Guar is saying this out loud
Absolutely.
for sure.
Guar,
Yeah.
I'm outside your
Yeah.
office.
Talking to?
I'm talking to Zaris. You can't hear him?
You can
No.
do it in your head.
What do you
But is
mean
it
in
really
your
that
head?
fun?
Oh,
that
thank
way.
God.
Okay.
Okay, well, yeah, no, I'm not there.
Okay, where are you?
Around.
Well, I mean, I know, but I just thought that was because you were getting older.
That took me way too long.
What? No, I'm around. I'm in the castle.
It's okay. Just I can take you running sometime or swimming, and we can work on it if you want.
I'm in.
We'll say at this point, both of you roll me insight checks.
That's a 16 for me.
That's a 17 for me.
Just to be a nudge, I'm going to give it to Eldrin, not to Guar.
That's fine.
Because I love it. I think it's funnier when only one of you gets it.
I also think it's funny that I one-upped you by one.
By
you know?
one, yeah.
Mhm.
Eldrin, it comes to light in thinking of the idea of the actual locks on the door, the trying to open the door and seeing a physical trap come up, and the evasiveness of your Enorian High Mage, that he is not trusting anyone right now. He's certainly not going to tell you where he's at over this sort of messaging thing here.
Okay.
Because he doesn't know that you.
Yeah. I believe Guar is giving me both my bracelets back, right?
I have.
I'm
Yeah.
going to say you have. Okay.
Mhm.
Because I have my other one I can use. I message my little brother, Navos, and I say, or I sending, and
Okay.
I say, are you training with the Archmage currently? And if so, can you please tell me where?
About 5 seconds goes by. No. He canceled today. I don't know where he is. He wouldn't tell me why. And he ended with saying, it's not Zaris, it's me. So I didn't understand that either. I'm not paraphrasing, that was literally his quote. It's not Zaris, it's me. But he said it in like his, it's not Zaris, it's me. Like he said it like that. Where are you? Are you having fun on land, or? That's it.
Eldrin is, well, I guess we're on an adventure. Eldrin is going to walk back down the stairs and go to Nabos's room because she doesn't want to have to keep sending to him.
Yeah, you got it. I'm gonna say at this point, like knowing that you're keeping your eyes open along the way, go ahead and give me a survival check.
Okay.
I will say do so with advantage, as Guar is probably also trying to figure out where.
Okay. Oh, I rolled 2 15s, so that would be a 19.
19. Okay, cool. You see a bear. You see. You said 19.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see a. I think Zaris is the type of person that probably wears. I'd say most of royalty probably wears some sort of form of foot coverings.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Zaris does not. So you see a barefoot just kind of like round about the corner, leading to the hallway that would be towards the larger dining hall.
So I feel like when she sees that, she was about to veer off towards Navos' room, but instead follows him.
Okay.
And goes towards where she thinks he's going.
You got it.
Where are you going?
I think I saw Zaris.
Yeah, easy enough. He's not a very quick guy.
Yeah.
You catch up to him in the hallway as he seems to be, I would say with the 19, he seems to see you coming and then just like starts to kind of like feel along the walls.
Interesting. Okay.
Is everything all right?
Oh, can I help you?
Well, yes, but is everything all right? You're acting a little bit more eccentric than usual.
Am I?
Yes,
Yes.
you are.
Interesting. How does the person that you think you're talking to normally act?
I would say like this, but like 50% less.
I'll say like carrying that insight check. Once again, Zaris does not trust that you are who you are. And I'll say moving from this point on, he's actually not even saying that he's Zaris. So in a crazy man sort of way, he's also not trusting that he's who he is.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Or it could be, and I'll say because it's kind of it's a little bit of like just full on paranoia. But it's either that he's not trusting who he is, or he's not trusting that you know who he is.
Okay. You stay here for a moment with Noros and Guar and Wilbur. I don't think you've met Winona. I will be right back. and I leave, and I go towards where my father's office is.
Okay. Your father's is pretty far off. So I will say it's going to be like, adding the conversation is going to be at the I say it's probably like 10 minutes moving back and forth.
That's fine.
Okay, you got it. So cool. You go to your father's office.
Eldrin's concerned because this is the person in charge of all of the like magical things around Honoria.
Absolutely.
And he's currently batshit crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you guys, if you want to talk to Zaris.
Yeah. So Zaris is just like, Zaris is eyeing everybody up and down, looks over at Winona and just goes,
"Oh, hello, nice to meet you."
He extends a hand out. Wilbur, play Winona for a second.
Nice to meet you.
Gwar extends Winona towards Zaris so they can greet properly.
What was your name?
Lidona.
Ah, okay. Is it the name that you go by, or is it the name that you're known as?
Both.
Great. Winona, nice to meet you. Are you here of your own volition, or are you against your will as you are being held by someone?
Oh no, he's just helping me get around. I'm here against my own will. I would like to go home.
You're here against your own will? Oh god.
I'm here. Sorry. I can't.
He takes off running. No, I'm sorry. I'm sure that's not what you meant, but
no.
That's way too funny.
I would like to go home though, but no, I was having trouble getting up those steps.
Okay,
so
okay.
He's carrying me.
Sure. Where's your home?
I'm not telling you.
Smart. I like that. I like this one. You don't even know that.
Mom,
okay.
Zaris helped me get back here. But past Zaris.
Sounds like a good guy.
Yep. You're a pretty good dude.
Everyone's looking for Eldrin, like.
Looking around.
Why not?
This is a busy castle too, so there are people that are like walking in and behind. Like you see, so a couple of like the nobles are a couple of the nobles are like giving Zaris kind of like the raised eyebrow look, and Zaris
so
is
it
full
just
on.
The nobles, or because they don't have to be council members to be, they don't have to. They can be nobles and not council members, right?
Yeah, there's nobles,
okay.
Council members, just a general slew of like higher ups, I will say.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I would say I wouldn't read too much into that. What I would say though is that, not to break the immersion for you all, but Zaris is full on like Jack Sparrowing right now, like just like seemingly like just like weary of everybody.
So I think Gwar would say like at that point, Zaris, are you all right?
I'm sure he's fine.
Okay.
You are?
If you don't think you're Zaris, who do you think you are right now?
Who do you think you are?
Well, I know who I am. I'm not worried about me. Who are you? Who do you think you are? I think you're Zaris.
Who am I? You don't know who I am?
I think you're Zaris. Who do you think you are?
You think I'm Zaris?
Yes.
But do you know?
Yes.
But why'd you say you think?
I can think and know.
But you said think. If you know, you would say, I know you're Zaris.
Don't check my syntax, mage.
Is he always like this?
Do you remember our conversation earlier today?
I don't know.
That's as he says to Winona.
What?
Do you remember our conversation from earlier today?
I don't know. Do you?
Yes. That's why
Okay.
I remember it. I'm asking if you remember it.
I don't know.
Okay. This is very helpful. I look around at like everybody else. This is very helpful. Anyone else have anything?
Yeah, does Nora's look concerned?
Noros is the entire scene is Noros just having this kind of just very confused expression on his face, just blank confusion, trying to figure out what the heck is going on.
He's acting like Bolos.
Yeah.
Dad?
Yeah. Father? Cool. So going to the other end, Eldrin, you're at Corvos' office.
I knock.
Come in.
I walk in.
The guards are obviously there. They're posted
Yeah.
outside. They see you and they let you knock.
Yeah, Father.
Yes.
I think I broke Zaris.
Ha! I thought that. I think the first day I met him, I thought that. So
No,
I'm sure he's fine.
He's not. Do you need to come help fix this? Because I don't have the patience, and I'm afraid I'm going to break him even more.
Give me a persuasion check. It would be disadvantage based on the idea that Corvos is a very busy man, but advantage because it's your daughter, so straight roll.
Okay, I'm gonna guide myself. Ooh. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Because it's a.
Oh, that was a bad ooh. Got it.
It's a 3.
Got it.
Oh, it's not a better. An 8.
An 8? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm sure he's fine. If there was any concern, there would be. Well, I mean, eventually we would have word from council members. We do have a council meeting later today, so I'm sure.
He's spouting nonsense and saying that he's not him, and we're not us, and he can't be sure, and I don't know. He seemed fine when he said.
You know, mages and the tests of checking in on the. I should say this.
He was there when I kind of showed Zaris up. Yeah.
Corvos is not a total dummy on this. So I'm going to say this. You're explaining to Corvos what's going on. And Corvos has had a history of things. Okay. So Corvos goes, oh, okay. Have you proven that you are who you are based on conversations you previously had with him?
Not at this moment. I mean, he canceled on Navos. He's supposed to be training him right now.
Well, I mean, dear, you did. I would say that there's a good chance that he is feeling inadequate in his.
Why? Because Persona is more powerful than he is?
I don't.
That's asinine.
Yes, sure, or whatever. You know, I mean, it's. I think the more important thing is that he is unsure of himself, and a mage that is that unsure of himself could eventually prove a danger. But I have full faith that he'll make his way around. As far as conversations with him, I would imagine that you just need to prove that you're you, and you need to prove that you're you based on his memory and understanding of you, probably, right?
How are you not more concerned? Isn't he in charge of, like, the security of Enoria with the magic and like, how are you not more concerned right now?
We're dealing with the back half of a very large rebellion right now. I think it's on the plate, but I mean, there's no one more qualified than him if he can get over this hurdle. And anything you can do on that front would be greatly appreciated. I'm sorry, Dodd. I do have a ton of things I need to get to, so if you don't mind.
Have you, before I leave, I say, have you talked to Anrin and Navos yet, or is that something that I need to take care of as well?
I was planning on talking to them this evening.
Okay. That was a little rude of me. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Have you talked with Anrin and Navos on saying that you're back for some amount of time?
No. I'm not yet.
Sounds like we're both busy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well.
All right. Good luck. Love you. Just turns in the seat.
Eldrin is just sighs. And she's gonna make her way back to them.
You come back and there's actually no. I want Mike to tell me what is this scene that Eldrin is coming back to. What is going on?
I think that so Eldrin is swinging back, seeing kind of like, you know, people walking by as, you know, the crowd parts, and she just sees Zaris up against the wall, like kind of bug-eyed looking at everybody. Gwar holding Monona, but like not quite sure what to say. Noros is just like petrified. And
okay, I was saying as far as like the scene between you guys, like what's happening? What is Eldrin walking in on? Like we already know what she left. It's
still the same, but I think it's like I think Gwar is probably still like, do you know who you are? And you know, him saying,
do you know who you are? It's just that back and forth. Do you know who you are?
It's like who's on first. Yeah.
Do you know who you are?
Yes, I think so. I've worked very hard on myself.
Then who are you?
I'm Gwar.
Who are us? Who is we?
Us is we.
Eldrin walks up and just walks in front of Gwar at Zaris and goes, Archmage, when I was 10 years old, and I snuck out of my room to get some sweets from the kitchen, and you thought it would be funny to scare me, and you jumped out and said boo, and I started crying, and then you laughed and walked away.
You see him breaking into a smile and laughing.
Yeah, what do you want?
Why does that sound so accurate?
I still don't know who you are.
When I was 32 and a half, I went into your office and we talked about the Shadowfell. And you showed me your binder. And no, that's not a euphemism.
I didn't know how old you were then. But I'll accept.
Thank you.
We have a few things we need to discuss with you, if that is all right.
Great. Do we need to go to my office?
Sure.
Probably better than this hallway.
You see him just disappear.
Eldrin just throws her hands up.
Do you think he'll
Gerard go the other direction?
Do you think he'll notice the giant spike?
I think he will. He put it there.
So cut to coming once again back to the door. You see there is an open doorway, and you see Zaris is holding a staff out like a bazooka, just positioned towards anyone coming to the doorway. Eldrin, you see is supporting those.
Shit. He is.
Please tell me
that
I
shit
don't
right now.
need to give you another anecdote from our life.
Who are you?
Oh my gosh. Can I reuse one? You dug up my brother's body not but
Anyone
2
could have
days
heard
ago.
that. Oh, okay, great. Yep, come on in. Someone tried to get in here.
Yes, it was us.
Don't tell him that.
Why would you try to get in? It's a private.
Because I knocked
private office.
I've knocked, and in the past I've been able to just open the door and come in. I don't know what has changed.
Oh, yes, because I was in there. I might be doing other things, you know. It's not just all about you. There's an entire kingdom all around you that is in constant decline and what's the other word? Oh.
Chaos?
Turmoil?
I was trying to look for the opposite of those things, but yes, okay, yeah, decline and chaos.
Okay,
Yep.
well, I know that things aren't always about me, but there are a few things I need you to do for me right now. So, can we go in?
Sure. Yeah, just walk around the spike. I gotta set it back in.
Please tell me that this office is safe for my brother, correct? You train him in here.
Oh yes, this office is very
He's not going to
safe.
be impaled
Just
by a
outside of
spike.
it is where the doorway It's safe in here.
Oh boy.
Why? Do you think it needs to have more stuff in here?
No, I just don't want the 10-year-old, prince of Honoria to be impaled when he tries to come find his mentor.
Sure. What can I do it for?
Well, first things first, because I have a lot of powers, but I don't have this one. I hold up the waterproof case that has Winona's letter and gift, and I say, we kind of ruined this by opening it down here. And I was wondering if you could mend and waterproof it. It would make, I point to Winona, I say, it would make her very happy.
Yes, it would be much appreciated.
Okay, yeah, great. It's a simple mending spell. Guar, right?
Glad you remembered me.
He's
finally.
not talking. Is that you?
I'm just glad you remembered me. I was in shock.
He was staring at the sea slug again.
You remembered you.
What's that? Yeah, you're just
he was
staring
at the sea slug.
Yeah, the sea slug has, by the way, gotten a little bigger, and is now like the sort of like fins that have kind of moved around. You see one of the multi, we'll say like, I don't know, 50 fins that are on it, like kind of like moves up and does a little wave to you, Guar.
What the hell is that thing?
Hey, you be nice to that. It's a sea slug or something.
Listen. It knows what it is. I know who I am. You, no idea. Guar.
Yes.
Mending spell.
Uh-huh.
You got it. You can do it.
I get the book out.
Yeah. You pull out the book.
Yeah.
No. You gotta read it. You gotta read
I have to. I did. I read it to myself.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody was telling me to keep to myself, so I was trying to be respectful.
If you read the directions of the book will tell you how to cast the spell. You just read it.
So, okay.
Is this really the time for teaching?
Always.
Wilbur's going to nudge Noros and say, I hope he's got a mending spell for Zaris.
You nudge Noros and say that?
Yeah.
You say that to Noros?
Yeah.
Noros full on breaks. And just starts like laughing so hard he just leaves the room for a second.
Eldrin turns when she hears him laughing, like, this isn't the laughing matter.
Yeah, it's so good. I will say he's laughing so hard that as he's leaving, Zaris goes over to the book and just goes, "Is that the right? Okay, no. Okay, all right. I thought you might have. It's not Tasha's. Okay, great. Here you go." And positions it as mending and puts like the paragraph under your nose. Guar, I'm gonna say, you tell me what you do, and I will give you a roll on this. It's a pretty high roll, but I'll give it to you.
Okay, basic mending spell. This mending spell comes from hundreds of... I don't care about that. So, in order to complete the mending spell... point your right index finger toward the broken object that needs to be mending. Okay. Turn it clockwise facing you from 12 to 6 o'clock.
Hold on, can I see that? This must be an older edition. It should be 12 to 6:30. There's a little bit more.
6. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, I feel. Okay, I feel that. Okay. Then say the following words in a loud, clear voice. Fix it!
Eldrin, at that point, Eldrin had been looking out the door trying to see like what's going on with Norals, and she jumps like when she hears the scream because her back's to him.
Quar, roll me an Arcana check. Straight roll. I will tell you the DC is 15.
Okay.
You're all underwater, so I'm just picturing everybody jumping and then slowly floating back down.
Yeah, Eldrin jumps. She's like, what was the... Why?
What did you say it was?
15 was DC.
16.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Wait, does he get the cantrip mending now?
I would say yes. Maybe in time, yes. Like I would say for all that, like it, he gets a mending cantrip as like a ritual, and the idea that it would take 10 minutes to cast, because he has to read through it every time. It's not memorized, right?
Adorable.
Yeah. So yeah, you have
say
a
adorable as someone who
cast.
who can't do mending. So I don't know why I'm being mean about that.
It. You see, just say is the waterproof case. You see the note that does look like it is. It is addressed to Eldrin. Also,
does the
fantastic.
Does the the Anorian version of mending make it so it's waterproof?
It was in the waterproof case. I imagine just Guar just cast it through the case.
Okay. Yeah. So if Guar gives it to me, I don't know if he does.
Yeah, I can. I'd say if you're okay with it, I'd like to just.
Oh yeah.
Or do you want to read it out loud? You read it out loud.
You can read it. You can read it.
No, you. All right, I'll read it.
Okay.
Good.
Read it in Yuri's voice or Yuri's voice, however you say his name.
Okay. All right. I'll try. Oh God, Evan's watching this too. Evan, this is for you, bud.
Evan, jump in.
Dear Eldrin of Honoria, in my home, when a there's a lot of there's only one weird word. When a
there's another one down there.
Is there? Damn it. Okay. In my home, when a Kavadi is spoken about someone, it calls on the gods to recognize them and mark them for ascendancy. I hope the gods of the Ildjoten hear this and help you all on your journey. Please take care of our friend. I promised I'd help her. She's only 2, but Al said her age seemed unnatural. And the leather wrap is a gift since I don't know if I'll be there when she needs help. It's a button. Please don't lose it. I don't know how it works, but maybe try saying Brucelli really loud. Good luck, and tell Winona to have great adventures with your son. Smiar Kanaz. And in parentheses, Yori.
So Eldrin reads that in her head. Eldrin knew the thing about them being young from Wilbur. I don't know if Wilbur told anyone else that. But Wilbur also thought he was like 6, right?
Yeah.
Because originally Wilbur thought he was older than that, but then he found out that he was only like 6 years old.
I don't recall. I'll say whatever is listed on there is correct. If there was something that I have to look back and check on, yes.
So is
Evan approved.
Okay, so Eldrin reads that, and she doesn't say anything out loud really, except for like, kind of changes her opinion, at least on maybe some of the group. And she takes out this button, and she says, "I think this is for you, Winona." Although
Wilbur, you're killing it. Go for it. Yes.
What?
I
can't
said that
hear anything because this one just keeps yelling all the time.
I know. Welcome to our life. Eldrin starts talking louder. This button, it looks different from the one that weird student gave me. This button.
There's something about the simplicity of that statement was just so funny. That weird student.
He said that that not to lose it. I don't think it's for me, but he said that if you say Brucelli's name really loud, which I'm not going to scream that right now because I don't know what this is going to do, that something might happen. But he wants you to know that he, I think, cares about you and some other stuff. Eldrin's like going through the letter. Some other stuff, blah, 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 blah. Have great adventures with your son. Wilbur, you're mentioned. Yeah, I think that's the gist of it. Here, I give her the button.
Love it. Winona, you have also read a very touching poem about basically the beauty of being home and what that means to someone.
And then I say, and I also he said, "Don't lose it." Okay, so don't lose it.
Lose it?
I mean, you can if you want, but he asked you not to.
Oh.
Do you understand what I said to you? What to say in order to get it to do whatever it is you want it to do?
Yeah.
Okay, then I think we're good there. Saris, Guar, thank you very much for mending this for us.
Oh look, my yelling was good.
My hearing.
Yeah, can you mend her hearing, Guar?
It's bad enough an old lady can hardly see.
I mean, it requires me to yell again. Are you okay with that?
I look at Zaris and I say, he does not have to scream to do the spell, correct?
It said a loud, clear voice.
It's kind of a regional book, so it's not how I learned. But
it said, look, a loud, clear voice.
Yes, and I can say, mend this. That's loud and clear.
It says fix it.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Wait. Oh. Nothing happened when she said it. Just saying.
Okay.
Yeah. But guess who did make it work? So.
I have taken other things from Persona, and that is not one of them. I had the option to, but I decided that I didn't need that. So
right, we get it. You can't do it, and I can. I got it. I get it. It's all right. It's all right. You can make lightning come from the sky. I mean, you don't need this, you know?
Yeah, you're cool.
But I can do this, so
Saris, I know that I have often taken advantage of the powers that you have.
Kindness of others. What? Oh, sorry.
And I want to thank you, first of all, the other day, for getting us to Celeste. That was very helpful. I don't want it to sound like I'm just thanking you because I'm about to ask you for something else, but that's exactly what's happening. So, Guar...
It's a start. It's a push in the right direction. So,
we need to... Do you recall Seren and Milo? Seren is the elf.
You know the
Milo.
answer to that.
Milo is the short one that is bald. I know you met them. Milo's the one that has the primordial crab somehow as his companion now.
He has the turban. He's very friendly.
Well, that would be impossible. So.
I know. I would think it is, but it's not.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Milo's
I'm just
also
really proud of him because he's just such a kind heart. And he really, if anybody was going to get a primordial crab, I mean, it would be him.
Yeah. Also, went to the Rifu in Memoriam. That's cool too. But that's besides the point. We need to get back.
I'm sorry. I don't know if I can mend broken spirits. I don't know if it doesn't say here.
Oh, you can. It's called calm emotions. Flip to the front.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
If you even dare to do that to me, I will call lightning down.
Just shut the shit.
And I will.
Isn't this proof that I need to learn this? I mean,
shut the book.
All right. I'll read it later.
Shush your mouth. Stop.
Has Noros collected himself out in the hallway yet?
Noros fully comes in and just goes, yeah,
he comes in as I'm
bug.
saying, if you do that, I will call lightning. In a very calm way, call lightning down from the sky and I will kill you.
Yep. Takes an extra second to turn back around and
on
now
his
has come
heel.
back in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Real quick,
well,
I just imagine Zaris, because he's littler than me, just pushing it into my like belly, but telling me to stop talking, but he can't reach my mouth, so he's just like,
yeah, he's trying to reach up. Yeah, he's trying to reach up for your mouth.
He's just right here.
Stop.
Yeah.
I bet he has gross nails, kind of like Winona, and he's like trying to like climb up you.
And it's just like
he does like the
my
swim
armor.
up and then puts these like puts his hands in.
But it's like claws on a chalkboard on my armor. Sorry. I'm done.
Oh,
Yeah.
Eldrin, I don't know. I think Nora's probably recognizes this. But Eldrin collects herself, which is she like takes a pause and like takes a nice deep breath and clenches her fist a little bit and then lets them go. And then says, we need to find Seren and Milo. And once we know where they are, would you be willing to help us retrieve them?
Sure.
Oh, really?
Thank you,
That was-
Zaris.
You acknowledged my powers, and
That was
Yeah,
a lot
sure.
easier than I thought it was. Well, and if it's easier for you as well, I mean, if you can just send us to where we need to go, and I can get us back. Well, sort of back. I can get us to the Temple of Persona. But thank you.
I mean, the castle right now is just dealing in the back half of the open rebellions. There's a lot of military aristocracy. That's not a big. Not a lot
With
of
the
magic
Ixochitl?
needed in that. Yes.
Okay. Well,
So I'm free
yeah.
as long as the castle's safe. I am still concerned.
Wait, who
you
brought
hear
you
that?
food, Eldrin? Where did that?
Jaren just said, "Eat your
That for
fish, you
me?
fish person" to me, and gave
Love
me
it.
salmon. Zaris, Eldrin is sincere, and she goes, "Thank you."
Oh, someone's at your door.
My
I mean,
door.
I don't. What? I don't know.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll leave you.
I just, safety.
No,
Safety.
it's fine. You are in charge of the security magic-wise of this entire, of Honoria.
Right.
So I can understand.
So.
As long as you're not seeing
Safety.
into my room, that's fine.
Oh God, no. I wouldn't. It's not gonna. That doesn't. Nope.
Okay, this has gotten very awkward, and that's me saying this. So we're gonna go now.
Yeah.
Unless
No, but like surely not. Just for the record, but not a thing. Not a fan.
well, you're missing out. I mean, not. No, that's not what I meant.
Noros now also looks at.
Yeah. No.
Really?
No.
Guard just
That's
goes up to
not what I
Eldrin and
meant.
goes, "Stop! Just stop! Just."
Really? All right. Well, someone's at our door, Eldrin. Or excuse
Yep.
me, at your door.
Or no. Wait. Okay.
Well, wait, hold on. We're not gonna live in your room, right? We're not. And
No,
I'll say
no,
you guys
I
are
mean-
having that
Yeah.
conversation as you're
Yeah.
walking out, walking downstairs, moving past the giant spike in the ground, and we see that spike as the door is closing. You see the spike just kind of go back down to it as you see the door close, and we fade out. Great. So we come back in. We move up and out of the water, pushing up past the water surface and zooming out up into the clouds and over into the distance of a small coastal town. We see there are trying to find. There we go. we see some. Is that no? That's not going where I need it to go. Hold on 1 second. All right, let's try that again. There we go. So zooming out, kind of touching down past underneath the clouds, we open up to this very interesting sort of tiny looking like sort of peninsula of a coastal town. We see a lot of huts. You see the trees that are surrounding seem to be hints of a weird sort of mixture of topography between the tropical sort of trees and the deciduous like trees that kind of form in the background. We zoom out over the very brightly white sandy beach, and we see there is a small rock formation that looks to be some sort of like outside place for some sort of like outside gathering. We zoom over these several huts as we come to a pathway where we see two figures making their way from the dirt road as the dirt road starts to slowly shift into sand. We see Huxley, a very thin, very, I would say average height, probably about 5'11", maybe even a little shorter. Individual with hair that seems to have gone a little bit longer than the first time that you had seen him. You see, it's gone from a salt and pepper to more of a consistent gray texture that does not match the younger look on his face, judging probably about late 20s, human face. As we transition to, see, Huxley's definitely on here, right? Yeah. As we transition next to him to seeing a slightly shorter elf that has rather bluish hair that is gleaming in the sunlight as it is a bright sunshiny day. As you are making your way walking to Celeste, you see a bird kind of like zoom out overhead as the sounds of the chirping kind of moves back into the starts to make a transition into the sounds of the sound of a gentle sea. You hear Huxley as the bird passes through. Oops, need to do that. We'll do this for now. As the bird kind of passes overhead, you hear Huxley just let out a just. There's way too much green around here.
I mean, usually I'm super into the whole forest thing, but I'm ready to get out of here.
Yep. Well, there it is. And I'll say, with that, you guys start to kind of pass through the arches here. As we see, it doesn't look like I have this. I'm going to just switch to the normal dark green background. So as you see, as you move through this very interesting sort of archway that seems to be cut out by like blocked out beechwood. Yeah, I love it. Definitely less populated than that. It looks like it's mostly like sandy and like huts. But yeah, I love it. You see There are a smattering of different people that are walking by, mostly in the in garbs of very light clothing. As you guys are taking, I'd say maybe 20, walking in about 20 feet, you see a couple people that are kind of like walking by, just waving, and you see a few just kind of like giving gentle nods to you. It seems like an extremely welcoming place, and you can see, I'd say the energy, the nervous energy you feel. I say nervous isn't the right word. You feel a natural sense of anxiety from your human friend to the next of you, in the like kind of very curt nods as they're giving that he's giving back to them. Excuse me, Eldrin. Seren, this is an odd sort of feeling. I think Seren, in this moment in time, you've spent a significant amount of time around different people. I think you feel like you're handling this, and you can tell me if I'm wrong on this, but I think you're handling this better than Huxley is, as far as the warm, welcoming presence you're getting.
I'd say so. But I'd say she's maybe a little bit cautious than she normally would be.
Mm-hmm.
Especially as soon as she sees Huxley kind of tense up a bit, and she just looks over and, well, this isn't the chaos I was expecting, considering what you said about Eisenheim.
Yeah, well, I mean, some people are dumber about what they're needing to pay attention to. Yes, I waved. Hi. Just make sure you don't tell anybody anything. By the way, fake names.
Not like they...
Peter.
Peter? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any ideas for me?
You want me to pick your fake name?
Yeah, go ahead, pick my fake name. You're obviously very good at it.
I don't know. Karen.
No, absolutely not. Try again.
What? You try again. Why am I picking? Hi. It's. I don't like this as like people that seem to be wanting to come and like have a conversation with and as you were saying this, you see a dark blue, actually, sorry, not dark, but like kind of like more of like an ocean blue type of tiefling pops up kind of out of nowhere, has like a little bit of has like an interesting sort of looking hat that looks like it's a rudimentary sort of much more cloth than any like heavy sort of substance, but it looks like it's roughly made out to being like this derby sort of hat. Just comes up and goes, hi, hello, welcome to Celeste. You guys look like you're traveled a long ways. Hello?
Hello. Could you point us to the closest tavern?
Sure. Yeah, I can point you to the only tavern. It's just up the road there. It is Mistelia's. Mistelia's most likely there as her help just left. So, but yeah, I can definitely let's go ahead and walk over there. And you see Peter just turn and go. Okay.
Sorry about him. He's a little grumpy today. Lucia. What's your name?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Where's my manners? So my name is. Sorry, one second, guys. Just recently needed to know this.
Okay, you put me on the spot.
Listen, I have a lot more names to pay attention to than you do, Kayla. Don't give me that.
Sorry. I hope Seren asks for a room and walks by like one with caution tape.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Barty. Barty High Tide. I am actually the local sheriff here. You feel Huxley just stiffen completely. And you actually hear Huxley just like and like takes a moment to kind of like pull himself back in that moment. Is walking along with you, but is clearly like is doing everything but shoving you like into Barty to take the lead here. Yeah. Are you okay, friend? Okay, he's okay. Yeah. So I'm Barty. I'm the local sheriff around here. But don't don't let that freak you out or anything. I'm just there's usually not a lot of crime around here. And we like to keep it that way. Sorry. Bad joke. Anyways, yeah. So we're here at Mistelia's. What brings you here? You're standing in front of Mistelia's Tavern. He's kind of like, he's not necessarily blocking the doorway, but he's definitely getting to a point that you would have to kind of shove past him.
Passing through, and we needed a drink, and this looked like a nice little town.
Great, awesome. Are you looking for a ship to get out of here? Unfortunately, there was one that just left. So, but
I think we were just gonna stop in for a drink and head out.
Great, awesome. Great, Lucia, and sorry, I didn't get your name. You seem confident. Peter. Okay, awesome. Well, if you guys need anything, actually, my office is directly across the street right here, and just points to. It's not even a street; like it's barely cart size, like the distance between these two buildings. Because I'm right there. If you need anything. Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Sorry. I guess I'm kind of standing in the way. You guys have a lovely day, and welcome to Celeste.
Thank you.
Seren, give me a perception check. I'm gonna say with disadvantage, as you are being distracted by Barty talking to you.
Dirty 20.
Cool. With a dirty 20, you're looking around and you see there doesn't seem to be a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Domiciles here that are anything but. You notice that there does seem to be in the distance here, there looks to be like a hut that looks to be slightly larger than the rest, that has a depiction, again cut out of like driftwood, that looks to be like a conch shell. That looks to be kind of like a sign up front. But for Mistelia's, you notice that there is a very interesting sort of mural right out front that it has this very interesting sort of underwater depiction. Nothing particular. It looks a little abstract. And then you see underneath it, there's just a hanging sign that just has an M on it. And then it's a little too epic for this. Sorry.
The Epic Tiny Tavern.
The Epic Tiny Tavern.
Yeah, she just walks in ahead of Huxley.
Cool, you got it. Yeah, Huxley follows in after you, and get that ready so I can adjust when need be. Looking in at Mistelia's will kind of carry that that dirty 20. Looking in at Mistelia's looks like a nice place. It's a nice bar. Mostly, all of the wood here seems to have that like kind of graying sort of texture to it. You see there are multiple bar tables that are around here. It's a small bar. I'd say it's about half the size of the Bitch's Brew. It is You do see that there is a bar table, and you see there is and I'm sorry, I do not have a NPC picture for this. I was working on it today, but I couldn't get to it. You see an interesting looking figure behind the bar here. Mystelia is what you assume to be Mystelia is a water genasi through and through. In the way, excuse me, I'm sorry, she's not a water genasi. I apologize. I think I said she's a water genasi before. She's actually a water elemental. So when you're looking at her, you can actually see she is rather translucent. You can see there's that kind of like tropical blue water texture vibe, kind of like a little bit of sea foam, as you see that she has some interesting sort of dreads that seem to trail along behind and seem to almost look like they're underwater themselves. She is pouring a drink right now, and you can see like what she's wearing is as translucent as her, as it seems like it's just a depiction of clothing. As you all walk in, you're far enough away that you could take a seat at a table, or you could approach the bar. It's up to you.
I think she turns to Huxley and just says, "Drinks?"
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll find a table in the corner where we can see everyone. And he maneuvers out to the far corner.
And she was about to ask him what he wanted, and she's like, "Well, he'll get what he gets." And she walks up to the bar.
Hello there. Are you, you must be new. Hello, I'm Mystelia. Can I get you anything, darling?
Yeah. Can we get 2 meats, please?
Meat. Well, I'm sorry, we don't really have that here. We have we have a lot of tropical style, like rum. We don't have anything that's heavy as that, or we just have ale.
Rum. Rum is great.
Fantastic. Do you need anything with it, or do you want just in a shot glass? Or a double shot, depending on your day.
A double shot. I think we could both use one of those today.
Yes, ma'am.
It's been a long night.
Understood. Well, yes, it's daytime now, so I imagine. Are we getting 2 for the gentleman in the back corner?
Yeah, he's a bit grumpy today. I think he could use a shot or 2.
I understand. Go easy on him. Sometimes we all have more grumpier days. You see her float away and start to grab a bottle from underneath. So go ahead and give me an insight check if you'd like, or if you think you're just kind of we'll say this actually before you roll anything. What is Seren paying attention to? A lot of things are going to be like natural things that Seren are picking up, but is there anything specific that she's focusing on?
Honestly, I think Seren's just like kind of trying to figure out what she's witnessing, because she's, now she's been underwater, and just like, have I seen one of these creatures in Anoria before? Or
okay, cool, awesome.
So trying to go through in her mind, like, you're not a Triton.
Yeah, so you're not getting definitely not a Triton. You're not really looking at the intention of this creature as much as just what are you. So we'll say for that, give me a history check. Okay. Or a nature check, your choice.
Nature works. Oh no, yeah, 15.
15. Awesome. With a 15, you look at Mystelia, and you've been told that Mystelia is a water elemental, so you know that right out of the gate. You know the title of that. With a 15, you're not entirely sure what that means. Looking at Mystelia, you see that this seems to be some sort of amalgamation of water that seems to clearly have a consciousness, a personality, and honestly is just downright delightful to talk to. You know that she seems to it seems like she owns this bar, so I think for anyone who is seeing her out in the wild might assume that she is a creature in the form of like a monster, sort of like she definitely like I'd say like taking the environment out of it, she definitely gives that vibe that she seems like she's just an intelligent in a similar way to what you've seen Riley actually look like. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But in the same way with Riley is 100% their own person. Miss Delia seems to share that same sort of dynamic. And I'll give you this with it as well, with the 15. She seems to be like genuine. When she said, give him a break, we all have our grumpy days, it seemed to mean something. There seemed to be something with that. You get the idea that there's a possibility that Miss Delia recently had a grumpy day.
She waits for her to bring the shots back over.
Yes, she brings her shots back. So I have a double shot here for you, and I put one more in this just to on the house. If you can decide if that's for you or for him.
Thank you.
Are you going to be needing a room for the evening?
Oh,
or 2 rooms?
Be here that long, but I'll let you know if we do.
All right, let us know. We have a couple rooms available. Yeah, we have a couple rooms available. Just let me know. If you need anything, I'm here.
Okay.
You see her just kind of float back, and yeah.
And does Seren know how much like a drink would typically cost?
She didn't say that to you yet, so it's your call. Actually, if you want to collect her before doing that, I think you do think it's slightly odd that she didn't tell you. Actually, I'm going to say because you've known as South Imea as at this point, she did not tell you, and that is weird. So yeah. So if you wanted to kind of like stop her before she left.
I think Seren just like Kayla does not know, but like how much would Seren typically pay for a drink? Like is that like
it widely depends on what the drink is and where you are regionally. So it could be anything from like a couple copper to a silver.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think she would just take out a silver and she would sit it on the bar and then walk back over to the table.
You got it? Okay.
Kind of confused, but like hopefully that's good. And then she just sits it down.
Got it. You see Huxley as you approach the drinkings. What's this?
Rum. Just
what she said?
Shot. That's what she said.
Okay.
I mean, I've had it before. Does Seren think it looks like rum?
It looks like rum, yeah.
Okay.
Does she say what kind of rum it is?
Nope, she just said rum.
Like where she got it from?
I don't know.
Sets it back down. Puts his like pack down behind him, but puts it like very close to his side. Just kind of sits there. Okay, well, I don't know how long you're planning on staying here. I imagine we're gonna split ways at some point, but looks like I'll eventually need to get a boat.
Seren picks up the double shot and she smells it and just looks at him because I'm assuming it smells fine. She just she downs it.
Yeah, you got it. We'll say give me a no, not even with a double shot. Not with Seren right now. No, you're fine. It's just alcohol. It's just rum. It goes down pretty smooth.
After she does that, she sets it down and she says, "Damn, Lucia's gonna kill me if she ever finds out I was using her name."
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
You said... Actually, I will do this. I'll get it. Okay. You said Lucia. Yeah, who's Lucia? That name seemed very far from Karen.
I just... Not important right now. It's someone I knew. It's been a couple years now. I saw a boat the other day and I was thinking about them. It's the first thing that came to mind. Anyway.
So they're on a boat somewhere?
I'm assuming she is. But for now, she's right here, so. Anything else, Peter?
I was just making conversation. I was trying to seem like a local. It seems like they talk a lot around here, so. So, haven't seen each other in about a month or so. You want to tell me what you guys have been up to?
Should we do that in the middle of this bar?
I'm watching. Listen, if I feel okay, we're good.
Fine.
Points to the alcohol he has not touched.
So you gonna drink that? I mean, it tasted fine to me.
I'll give it a minute.
Okay. And then she goes into telling him everything that's happened since they parted ways.
Okay.
Including the part about the fake Huxley that got his way into the wedding and ruined everything and got them almost killed, and they had to poof to it, Noria.
In your understanding of like facial expressions, tics, things like that with Huxley, you don't see any surprise in that. It seems like he's already been privy to that information. Cool. Do you tell him everything? Is there anything specific you leave out? I'm not setting you up for a trap. I'm just curious.
Think there's anything she really leaves out, because he's kind of in this now with them. He knows most of the people she would be talking about anyway.
Right.
And for some reason, she trusts him. She doesn't really know why.
Okay. Wow, Anoria. Cool. Sounds honestly awful.
Yeah, I mean, being on top of the water is definitely better than being under it. But,
even being on top of the water, it's just not a lot of hiding places.
That's fair. I mean, but if you're on a boat and there's like cannons and stuff, I mean.
Yeah, but I'd much rather have an alleyway than a cannon to go into. So you said the figure that took that Honorian guy looked like Raylor.
Yeah, it did.
What do you make of that?
I still don't know. I mean, he was there and then he disappeared. So, I mean, I wasn't even in my body at the time, so it was a lot happening.
So maybe you misjudged. Maybe it wasn't him.
No, it definitely looked like him. A much rougher version, but to be expected considering all that's happened. I almost hope it wasn't him, but at least it's something.
I hope it is. I got a couple words for that bastard. Now takes the rum, drinks it.
No, it's not his fault. I mean, it can't entirely be.
Oh, and wow, that is another. I'll get up. You see him get up and walk over to the bar. As he walks over to it, we'll take this moment to take our 10-minute break. So, see you guys in 10 minutes.
Very chill.
All right. Welcome back. So I will say at this point, you see Huxley up front talking to, or actually just kind of like sitting, waiting, and then having a brief discussion with the barkeep. You see him kind of like look confused, kind of like puts a hand up, just like kind of like gives a big heavy sigh, and then like puts a couple of coins down, then just comes back with the same drinks. You see Mystelia seems to not be affected by this behavior at all. She's cool, she's relaxed. You see at this point, as he comes back in, you notice that there are a couple other figures that come into the doorway, seemingly humanoid. I'd say, given your ability for perception, I will say they look to be sailor types. One of which seems to have has a pale-looking face. It just seems to just kind of give this little tinge of green, and you see just the lightest perspective of possible orcish features. This figure, one of the figures, looks like to be some sort of half orc, but like maybe a quarter orc, really. Looks to be mostly human. The other figure seems to be human, mop of brown hair, big kind of scruffy beard. Walks in, seems to give wave to Mystelia, talks. It sounds like this person is these people are either locals or have been here, knowing that this is a coastal, this is a port town. This could be, sailors that just kind of came in. So you see Huxley is walking towards you, but like looking behind his shoulder the whole time, and then kind of scoots in next to you, gives you a drink. Lucia.
Peter. She didn't ask you to pay either, did she?
No, I asked her how much it was. She said, we'll figure that out later. And so I just put money. How much money did you put down?
A silver?
Oh. Well, maybe that covered both our drinks.
Yeah, I have no idea, really. Must have been good enough. She hasn't said anything.
Yeah, or she's pressing a button underneath the bar that's going to block all the doors. It's a joke. I'm kidding. I can tell a joke.
Ha, ha, ha. It was very funny.
Two serious rogues at a bar. This is... At least we make good company to each other, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What'd you say again?
Said at least we make good company to each other, right? But I was being facetious again. Anyways.
That was Kayla. That was not in character, but
but that was Huxley. Like, I feel like that's like making him say it again is really like, yeah. There's there's a couple things with that. Yeah, you see him go. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
When you joined this crew, you were specifically looking for information on Raylor, right?
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, I had no idea where to even start looking,
but that was your intention. Your intention was to find Raylor. That's why you left.
Yeah.
And now you know. Beyond a reasonable doubt that whatever you're going to find is not going to be good.
Well, I've seen some crazy crazy shit in the last few years, so doesn't mean even if it's not good that it can't be fixed.
So that's what you're gonna do? You're gonna fix Raylar? What's your goal right now? Let's say that you find Raylar and he's dead. What's the next step for Lucia?
Keep going. Defeat Tall. Keep helping people.
Okay, sorry. You said that on her way over here. I guess I thought you were joking. What? Do you have a plan? Do you even know where this thing is?
Well, in everybody's heads to start. In the sky, who the fuck knows? But, I mean, I don't personally have a direct path, but I think we'll figure it out. Somehow. Or at least get close.
So that's it. You're... I guess just at a certain point, I found that dedicating your entire life to a certain ideal or something that needs to be fixed or saved or conquered it just... I guess I'm in the boat that there's got to be more. But I guess I don't have what you have, so.
I mean, you don't have to. You can go out and just live. You don't have to be a part of some grand scheme of saving the world, but I mean, if you want to help along the way and get some adventure, that...
Adventure.
Better
It's
than
given
going
me
to...
things that I... Adventure's given me things that I now miss.
Which means they were important to you.
Yeah, were.
Isn't that...
Past tense. And now
Yeah,
they're
but
gone. I don't get why... the whole reason I started this was the idea that I have this mind, I have this understanding, and I have this drive to if you have a brain like mine, you can't just waste it. It was something that was taught. So even though I didn't agree with everything the person that told me that part made sense. I just don't really... I don't know. I guess it just doesn't really seem like it does now.
Who was that person?
Charisma check. Persuasion check, we'll say.
18.
Who else can tell you what to do? My father. I wanted to go to Hasamal
because I didn't want to go to Dare's Wharf.
Is that where he's at?
I don't know. But that's where I was.
Well, you don't have to go back. You're the only one that gets to decide what you do with your life. And if you want to use your brain and make it mean something, or if you just want to, go off on your own and forge your own path, that is truly only for you to decide. Not your father, not me, not anybody else.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you have to give up what you have decided you've already lost.
Yeah, maybe it's time to go back and just at least get my bearings. Not back to him, but back to basics. I don't have anything to my name, so it'd be easier to just, break into the old warehouse and see what's lying around.
Maybe you can create what you had in... Oh god, where were we? I am blanking on the town we were at.
Novasol.
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 No, I'll never do that again.
Or maybe something better.
Too many people died. Too much blood on my hands. Hand. I think when I left, my goal was to try to rid the world of more evil, more oppression, and I think what I'm learning is that I think in some way it's always going to be there, even if I succeeded. So.
Yeah, but it might always be there in some way, but at least we can, make it a little less prevalent. Helping one person is better than helping none.
My dad always said you can't help someone who doesn't want to help themselves. So maybe I should just let people learn to help themselves. In this moment, you hear the beads. I don't think I mentioned this before. There is no doorways here. They're just like beads that you kind of push across. You hear the beads move, and you hear a very heavy footfall as a large humanoid creature ducks its way underneath into Mistelia's bar. The creature is about, I think he's about 6'5", 6'6", but is extremely broad-shouldered. And you see he is wearing a... for all intents and purposes, he's wearing kind of this like duster jacket. He has this tri-corner hat that's kind of perched a little bit sort of to the side, and you hear his footsteps at first before you see what's causing them. As you hear this boom, boom, as you see him
lifting and dragging this peg leg to one side. Huxley is in mid conversation with you, and is saying something, and then freezes at the sight of this individual. I'd like you to give me a roll whatever check you'd like, whatever you want to perceive in this moment.
I think after she sees him, she looks over at Huxley and is trying to gauge his reaction. So probably perception.
Cool. Insight check.
Or insight. A nat 20.
Okay. All right.
30.
30. Okay. Cool. What you perceive is you've seen a lot of emotions from Huxley, and I don't think you've ever seen fear. Huxley's never fought anything Huxley's never been in a situation that he didn't seem to be able to will himself out of or run away from. But even in his running away, he always seemed to be his expression has always been conniving, thinking, right, like plotting. It takes you a second where you're not really understanding what you're seeing from him, knowing like rogue to rogue. Is he just eyeing this person up? Is he trying to kind of gain, like, you know, like in a Terminator sort of way, like gain all the information he possibly can in this luck? With a nat 20, you surmise that he is not doing that at all. All the information has already been laid out in front of him. He knows this person and is actually scared. The figure comes over to Mystelia. Mystelia noticeably does not seem to like be scared or frightened at all of this man, and just looks over and goes, Percival, I was wondering if we were going to see you again. Feel free to take a seat. You hear him kind of motion to the stools actually and go, none of these are going to fall apart on me again, right? No. Yes, no. Sorry about that last time, but just grab a seat. They should be good. You see him kind of settle in. You see now Huxley at this point is looking around in this brightly lit room as you see him his eyes are darting around. He's trying to find a way to escape in a way that would not be noticeable, and he's made the mistake of being in the corner of that room where there are no windows, there's nothing around that he can't go through besides going out the front door where there's large beats that are going to ricochet out and make sound.
The hell is that?
We need to go.
Well, they're gonna see us if we leave.
I know.
Should I go get a room, and then we can go upstairs?
We're gonna have to pass the bar if we get a room. He doesn't know you. Can you cause some sort of distraction? I rolled his initiative to see if you get a turn, and you do.
I mean, I'm usually more of the sneaking out while someone else makes the distraction, but I mean,
looks
I
over
can
in your
try.
direction and just seems to clearly say, clearly with eyes, that this person is dangerous. We need to get out of here.
I mean, if I go up to the bar, is that enough?
You'll have to approach him from the other side. I don't know. I don't have anything. Gerard, just start breaking chairs or something. I'm going to say that's your turn. That was a 19. He turns and looks in the direction. Too late. It's okay. You see this figure look over, raises a glass to you in your direction. Seren, what do you do?
Seren's gonna pick hers up and...
Okay. He gets up out of his stool. Walks over. Dum. Dum. Well, hello. You must be new. You mind if I take a seat?
Sure.
You see him go and sit down. Huxley has been frozen in place at this, but as he sits down, he knows he can at least kind of put the cup down. And it's just eyeing him. Seren, give me a perception check.
30-20.
Okay. He rolled bad. Actually, he would have disadvantage. Well, he rolled a 3. I don't think he's going to roll lower than that. You see, as he's putting the cup down, he's doing that to be able to kind of distract from the maneuver that he's moving with his other hand, as he's placing his other hand on his lap underneath the table, the mechanical one. However, our friend sees it. No. There'll be no need for using that, boy. Hello. My name is Percival. Pray tell what may be your name.
I'm Lucy.
Lucy. Lovely name for a lovely woman. Looks over at Huxley. And this is a beautiful moment where Percival says something clearly in code to Huxley. But it's thieves' camp. So you hear a jumbling of words that say, surprised to see you here, HW. You see Huxley has not maneuvered the hand from his lap. Grabs his drink in his hand and goes, Captain. And we're going to pause you guys there.
Just keeping that hand on his lap.
Keeping that hand on his lap. Cool.
Now we go to the happiness that is Milo.
Now we go to the happiness. Everything is daisies over here.
You're with your beautiful girl, Duchess.
Milo. So we will say in normal cases we're doing this like kind of like transition where the camera's kind of maneuvering outward and such. In this case, it is actually just like a hard cut to black. As we see kind of we hear the sound of trees. Milo, I'm going to turn you down a little bit. Sounds like there's something in the background. We fade back into the sounds of birds chirping as we hear the sounds of a well, actually, I guess no sound, to be honest with you, with a halfling just scaling down the side of a tree Moving closer, I'd say at this point you're going kind of past that area that you saw, coming up to. It sounds like there's like a TV or something in the background. It's pretty obvious.
There, 1 second.
You got it. So we'll say for everybody else, you see, looking down from Milo's perspective, we see a very large, seemingly structure at first, as there is a giant's skull that is sitting in the middle of the river. Tentacles kind of is stretched out from protruding from it, as we see a I'd say maybe 4 or 5 smaller looking, presumably children of the family, just fully treating your beloved Duchess as just their own personal water park.
This is from Jimmy. How I'm picturing it is, if anybody went to Hollywood Studios in the like 90s, early 2000s, and the Honey I Shrunk the Kids land, there's just kids running through giant structures.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm picturing.
Love it.
And Milo, once Milo gets down to the bottom, he's gonna throw his hands up, and say, "Duchess, you made it!" And kind of wade over and scale the giant skull and kind of hang out with Duchess for a little while.
You got it.
In the joy.
As you yell out Duchess, you see the eye stalk just come out and just like kind of like look around. You see 2 of the children full on shriek in fear that immediately turns to joy in the idea of like loving being scared of whatever's going to come out of this thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, cool. Do you go inside, Duchess?
Not at the moment. Milo's just gonna kind of sit on top and just kind of sit with Duchess and kind of talk to the eye stalk, and so I see you've made friends.
Yeah, I'm my name is Henry.
Hi, Henry. I see you've met my my companion / part-time house.
Okay.
Her name's Duchess. Henry, Duchess.
Hi, Duchess. Just looks at the eye stalk and goes to like hug the eye stalk. That doesn't. This child seems to be. Give me a nature check.
That's pretty neat. 19.
Cool. This figure is kind of an oddity to see from Milo right now, as this figure is clearly a Triton child.
Huh.
Yeah, so it goes to hug the eye stalk. Eye stalk immediately just goes right into the hole.
Yeah, she's not much one for physical affection.
Where'd it go?
It went into. She lives inside this. Well, the skull is kind of her and her home. There. It's a.
Hello.
Oh no, I wouldn't. 1 second, let me. And Milo's gonna climb into the eye, or to the eye of the giant skull and disappear for a second.
You got it. Cool. Going inside, you see both eye stalks are kind of in this weird sort of like upside down sort of angle where they're, I think in the way that we're trying to kind of perceive this, the eye stalks are so long that if they're pulled out, they have to kind of roll up slightly.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of like facing upside down, looking at you. You see both of them.
Yeah.
Looking inside, you see everything seems to be pretty much where it is. The children do not seem to have not seemed to walk inside the giant skull that is the home of this primordial crab yet.
Yeah. Yeah. As Milo's getting in there, he's gonna pet not the eye stalk, but like any sort of like soft, fleshy bit he can, probably the floor, and say, have they been treating you okay? They've been nice to you.
Go ahead, give me a insight check with advantage.
My insight +2. That was a nat 20 for 22.
Oh baby, are you guys hearing bird chirping?
No,
me neither.
I hear it a little bit, or maybe it's in my head.
That would be, well, no, that still wouldn't. No change, right?
no.
Yeah, weird. Okay. 1 second. Oh, did I do that again? That's so dumb. Okay. Why has that only been an issue today? Okay, got it. Cool. I'll turn the bird chirping down a little more now. Cool. You said nat 20? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The nat 20, you see, what was the question you were asking? I'm so sorry.
It was, have they been treating you well? Have they been nice to you?
You get a feeling at this point. I think you tell me, Milo. How do you perceive your conversation? This primordial crab doesn't talk, so tell me how you imagine you would receive an answer to this question. Do you feel like there's something? I mean, this crab doesn't necessarily have any sort of psychic capabilities to it.
Yeah.
But it might be you opening up that stream, like, isn't it? I don't know. It's your call. Whatever you think is best.
Yeah, I like the idea of like its breeding ground and like hangout spot is the Rifu Memoriam, so it like has a bit of it like through diffusion has gotten a bit of that.
I love that. Yeah, absolutely. You see, yeah, that's.
I didn't realize I wasn't muted. I'm so sorry.
That's why. Yeah, I agreed. That's why I love giving it to you guys, because it's always a better answer than what I'll come up with. Yeah, you feel a sense of a. There's this kind of like sort of emotive EMP that kind of comes out from the inside as you hear this of this feeling that you get that is personified through a memory of Eldrin rolling her eyes over and over again that you perceive as mild annoyance.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
You did also get a nat 20. I'll say it's mild annoyance mixed with how do I personify this? Mixed with a
shrug.
I'll say it moves down to the memory itself moves down to Eldrin holding Wilbur's hand in this moment of this memory that's giving the sense of it's nice to be wanted. But also very annoyed.
Yeah. Milo's gonna kind of calmly sit down, like crisscross applesauce, and just kind of take a moment to just be with Duchess. Take like probably call it an hour of just like hanging out and like calmly chilling out here with Duchess and spending that time.
Every once in a while, you hear a little child kind of poke its head and goes, "Can I come in here?"
No, actually.
Okay.
Thank you.
Maneuvers out. Spending an hour here in with that nat 20, Milo, you look around, you see that there are how do I say, I don't want this to seem like gross or not even gross, but like just biologically weird. You see there's a lot more eggs in here than you saw before. And I'll say with that, with your understanding of the basic nature of Duchess, Duchess produces eggs naturally. It's up to the male to fertilize those eggs. And you think back to the mild annoyance, but it's nice to be wanted. And you think about the idea of if Duchess did have children, this is what they'd be doing.
Yeah. Yeah, Milo's gonna as he's sitting with that, he's gonna have the idea. Duchess, I don't think you've met Oren, and he's gonna bring call for Oren, and hey Oren, I think I found a quiet spot for us to chat.
This is interesting.
Oh yeah, you haven't met Duchess, Oren, Duchess. Duchess Oren is a ghost mentor. Oren, Duchess is.
Go ahead.
Oh, and I was going to say, Oren, Duchess is a primordial crab that is now my. I don't like to call her a pet. Companion? Friend?
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, Duchess, is very nice to meet you. Oren gives you a wink that tells you, hey, dude, I'm in your head. I see pretty much everything you see. I fully know who this is. But but loving the performance of it. You see Duchess just kind of one of the eye stalk kind of like unfurls a little bit inside, kind of comes up and just kind of maneuvers to Orem's face very closely. Hello. You see it pass through his face. Oh, yep, that happens. Okay. My boy, I have been an adventurer for some time. This is new. This is very new.
So I hear. But anyway, so I wanted to pick your brain, Oren. And Milo's gonna, as he's saying this, he's rifling through his satchel. The first day I met Duchess, she gave me this, and he holds up the orb that Duchess and do either of you know what this is or does? You're both kind of the smartest people I know.
Somewhere, all of your party has been. It's like
just instantly mad, so and they have no idea
so
why.
Mad. Yeah, that's so good. You see Orem kind of peer at it, and you see. Actually, I'm going to say. You see Duchess just eye stalks go out. Oh, okay. Well, that obviously means something. I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with. Most of my adventures have been on land, so I'm not. It looks. Yeah. What? this seemed to come from Duchess?
Yeah, it seemed. It seemed she produced two of them. One of them gave to me, and one to Guar. Guar has sent.
Oh,
and
maybe keep that down. Obviously, it seems to.
Yeah, it's kind of an important thing. I guess.
Could it be an egg?
Well, no, those are over here. And
okay.
here, and the. Wow.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Oh well.
I'll say now that you're kind of giving it, because you're taking a full hour in here. Give me a nature investigation.
Nature is 14.
14. Okay. Yeah. You're not sure. You spend a couple minutes like trying to kind of figure out like what could this be. I'd say Orem says like how was it presented to you? Was there?
Oh God, it was a.
Seems kind of. It's you moving your hands to it. It seems like it's kind of sticky.
It's a little. It was so when correct me if I'm wrong. This is Jamie. So when we first met Duchess, she'd just lost her mate.
You mean you murdered him?
Well, yeah.
Who was that?
Oh, the other smartest person I know. So we had just fought Duchess's mate, and unfortunately killed him. And she gave us these, and then kind of became then her and I kind of became friends. Well, you were there, but yeah.
So you already rolled your nature checks. I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to give you the full answer here on this, but I will say, as you're trying to kind of lean into it, give me a history check, DC 10.
21. I remember. Jamie remembers it's called Tears of the Ocean, right?
Tears of the Ocean, yes.
Yeah.
I will say this, even though I don't know if we role played this or not, but I will say now, thinking back to it, and please forgive me if I screwed this up on this, but I do think for Eldrin would just naturally know what this is. So let's say for now that just like that conversation never came up organically. Actually, I guess you could have rolled for it and just rolled really bad. I don't remember.
I'd have to look back at my notes.
Yeah. Not a big deal. I'd say you can kind of like, we could do that again. If
luckily I'm separated from Milo anyway.
Right. Yeah. You with the 21, you do remember that there was a moment where where Duchess was mourning her husband and was close to his body. That's what I will tell you in that. It seemed, I'll say with a 21, you're not really sure if if what you've received is fully her or possibly from the other body. You're not sure.
Okay. Remembering that Milo's going to kind of and taking note that Duchess hasn't come back in. Milo's going to put it away kind of being. Maybe here's not the best place to investigate this.
Hi, can I come? Ah! As you see another kid come in, see Orem, the ghost, and run off.
You're handy in a couple of different ways.
Yeah, thank you.
Now the story's going to be the giant skull is haunted, which honestly is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Actually, I wouldn't mind. Unfortunately, being in the afterlife, it's not. I wish there was a connection that you could have with other ghosts that are haunting other things. That would be really fun. Unfortunately, that's
kind of like a ghost, kind of like a ghost pub.
Yeah, that would be cool.
It would be.
You doing okay?
I don't know. I'm feeling pretty useless here. I fit in well here. I seem to, anyways, in the, family. But I don't really have aside from, and Milo's gonna pat Duchess. Aside from Duchess here, I don't really have a way to get back to my group. And I'm just kind of sitting till I'm rescued, I guess.
Was there something that you didn't seem to? Do you have a problem with this Kavish individual?
I don't have a problem. I don't know. I didn't necessarily like how vague he was when I asked him where we were. I get he has to protect. He has to protect the family. It is a refugee camp and everything, but I don't know. I'm pretty easy to read. I think you could probably see he could trust me.
I can't tell you why I know this, but there's a possibility that he's not necessarily worried about you, but worried about giving you the knowledge that could be dangerous for you.
That's fair.
He did offer to drop us off anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I have had several friends be, possessed by Tall. So, it makes sense that, the mind's not secure.
Also, the body can break. Might be. I don't know.
Your body, maybe.
Funny.
And Milo, and Milo, kind of as an annoying kid, swipes his quarterstaff through Oren.
Yeah, cool. He goes, funny. It's been some time since we've actually trained. If you're feeling lazy and needing something to do, we could possibly just spend some time doing that.
Yeah. Let's I think I saw a clearing. Clearing just a ways over here. Let's go over there.
Okay.
And
you see a staff just form in his hands.
Milo fully intends to. How far away was that plume of smoke?
It was a good distance away. I will say it's gonna be to get there and back. It's gonna be half a day.
Okay, well, that's pretty far.
You were really high up.
Yeah. Then just on the edge of the pool, Milo's gonna
trying to decide a place. Having trouble deciding a place where I'm going to kick your ass?
No, I don't know how ghosts work, and when I knock you down, I don't want you to disappear in the water.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that. You see him kind of like do this, which does like nothing. He's a ghost.
Yeah.
But
he has no muscles.
He has no muscles. But yeah, he goes, probably be best to clear out the children. Unless you want them to watch.
They'll clear out if they need to.
Great.
And with that, Milo taps Orin on the shin.
Are you still inside or are you outside?
No, we're outside on the edge of the pool.
Oh, okay, all right. So we're shifting over to that point. All right. Well, let's see if I've taught you enough. Please roll initiative.
23.
You go first.
Milo is
Oh, this combat's going to take a long time if you're spending this amount of time thinking about it.
I'm not in combat mindset. Milo's going to take a big two-handed swing at Orin.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll to attack.
It's a 19.
19. With a 19, you see him kind of like twirl underneath it as you take this big swing over. He's going to take his reaction attack to roll a nat 20 on to poke you in the stomach, and we'll say for the sake of this, we're going to kind of just put it as like it's an exhibition, so we'll say like it's 4 points, right? So you take he gets a point for that, we'll say, in this, because we don't really need to do that on that side, because we've been sitting around too much. That was his reaction. Now it's his action.
Yeah.
He's gonna go and roll to attack. That is a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So he's going to swing the pole up quickly above your head and do it again coming down. That's going to knock you straight on your butt.
Okay.
That's 2. And he says it. That's 2.
All right.
Come on, I'm an old man and I'm incorporeal. What you got?
No fair. You don't have like wind resistance. It's a hole.
Oh, now we're making excuses. Yeah.
As Milo says this, he's spinning his quarterstaff, and he does kind of a swing at Orin's head, and comes down, and before he makes contact with the head, comes down and hits his arm to try and break his grasp of the quarterstaff.
Oh, you're trying to disarm his quarterstaff? Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll me an attack.
That was a 23.
23. You see him. You see as you aim for his head and strafe to actually go down. He's seen this move before. He just kind of dodges to the right. He's shifty, man. It's been hard. It's always been hard to hit him. You've gotten a couple shots off before, but very lucky shots. It's always hard to hit him. Cool. He doesn't take a reaction at that point, but he will take his turn to attack. That is a 19.
Do I not get 2 attacks per action as normal?
You can if you want, but then he's going to get 2 attacks.
Yeah.
So I think this is kind of like an exhibition thing. So it's your call.
Nah, we'll do.
Okay.
We'll stick with 1. Yeah, 19 hits for sure.
19 hits. Cool. Awesome. You see him put the stick out and then drop it and then kick it into your body. You see it hit your body. You feel yourself kind of get blown back, and then you see it just appear in his hand again.
Where the hell did you learn that?
That's 3. You think I taught you everything? Still gotta keep a couple tricks to myself for no reason. Actually, yeah, I should teach you that one. Sorry.
Yeah. And Milo,
at this point, too,
what?
by the way, there are now kids that are gathering around you. And you see them kind of motioning towards the treetops as you see the lower sort of end of the trees, where you see there is a community that is closer to the ground up here as well. That now you see a couple of other other figures. You're getting a small crowd.
Yeah, this is like the merchant. Like, this is like where people have this is like where the market would be, right?
Yeah,
like down on the ground. Yeah.
Yep. I will say this to make it fair: if you hit him, it's 2 points.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Milo's going to with holding onto the quarterstaff. He's going to kick off and jump. And instead of using his quarterstaff, he's going to unarmed strike and slap the top of Warren's head.
Yes, God, I hope you make it on this roll. Go for it.
God, tell me a 28 works.
28 definitely hits. As you slap this man on his incorporeal, but in this moment with your magic hands now corporeal head, as you're a high enough monk, you do your damage moves past the just bludgeoning damage threshold. So cool. I'll say that's 2 points. So tell me what else you do as another hit that just happens. You know what I mean? To make it 2 points.
Oh yeah. And Milo's going to land on the other side of him.
Okay. But I would say give me another hit because you're.
I'll give you another hit.
So,
I'm sorry.
You made the attack roll. What I'm saying is for you, it's 2 hits.
Yeah.
Right? We got to give you 2 points. So 2 points is got to look like 2 hits roleplay wise, right? So the second hit, what do you do? It's automatically going to hit. You just tell me what it is.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Milo, in the first shot is flipping over Oren, slapping him on the top of the head, and then just gonna push him from the push his shoulder.
Okay, you push him
from the back.
And he whirlwinds around to the other side. Goes, all right, not bad. Give me a second. And goes, that's a nat 1. That's so amazing. That's great. You see him trying to catch his breath that you've caught like in the old man fashion before, but he's a ghost and he doesn't breathe. So with the nat 1, he tries to do the old man trick and just moves the stick upwards towards your face. You're just able to sorry, I just blocked myself on the mic. You're just able to move yourself back away from it. I'm going to say this next attack has advantage from that nat 1.
All right, and as he's facing me, Milo's going to take his do the sword fight silly thing that I don't think actually exists in the world, and do the circle with his quarterstaff and try and disarm him again.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is a real thing, by the way. That fencing thing. That does actually. I mean, it depends if you're fencing or not. But yeah, cool.
That was a 26.
26. DC was 25. Yes.
Hey.
So tell me how you finish this fight.
So Milo disarms him, sends his quarterstaff flying through a tree.
I'm gonna say, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna give this to you because you disarm him, it goes into a tree and immediately appears back in his hand. But yes, please continue.
And
That's so great.
and at that, Milo puts the end of his quarterstaff at rests it on Oren's neck.
Cool.
Doesn't
Awesome.
actually hurt him, but lets it rest on his neck.
Yeah, puts it right there. And you see this sort of weird, like kind of bluish sort of tinge as it is resting on his neck, seeming to connect with whatever the corporeal sort of or incorporeal version of Oren is. You see Oren just big smile, just bows to you. Everybody starts clapping and cheering. Yeah, do it again. And you hear like a cluster of noise. Say at this point, you see there's probably about maybe 10 or 15 kids here. And lo and behold, in the treetop that is a little bit lower to the ground, but close enough, I'd say probably maybe within 20, we'll call it 30 feet. 30 feet up above you, you hear a clapping as you see a bird soaring just above you. This large blue bird soars above you and just comes up and rests on Kavish's shoulder. You see him just golf clap, probably.
Yeah, and Milo's gonna give him like a casual salute and bow to Oren and just kind of walk back to back to
before you walk
and hang
anywhere.
Out.
Yeah, I'll say before you walk anywhere, he just looks at you and goes, "I'm very proud of
you. Shut up and get to the credit."
Okay. You see him just fully disappear.
Yeah.
Cool. So what we're gonna cut a little bit to you as if you're going into the skull, you hear a voice that just calls out, "If this is a bad time, let me know, but that was quite an exhibition out there." You hear a voice because outside you wouldn't go in.
Yeah, Milo's gonna I picture Milo like leaning out of the eye socket like it's a window.
Yes, I love that.
Just
someone draw that. We need more fans, so someone illustrates that. That's so good.
And yeah, just leans out of the window and says, "No, I'm just hanging out. Thank you."
I was wondering if you had. I will say it's not a crazy. I have no idea. Was that okay? Great. Okay, that's happening in real life. Just want to make sure I'm not going.
No, it wasn't happening in real life. That's why I looked behind me.
Oh, it wasn't.
No.
Weird. Okay. Come on, Evie Mux. Yeah.
Oren made his way to California.
Yeah. Oren was just hanging out. Well, I obviously don't need to teach you. I'm gonna go teach Lorianne, not Eldrin. That's how it starts. Yeah, you see, it's been a couple hours, so it's not like I would say it might seem a little intrusive as it hasn't been a crazy amount of time, but it's been some amount of time since you've talked to Kavish. It's been a couple hours, so you translate that how you wish. Translate goes, or Kavish goes, I was wondering if you had considered my previous offer if there was some place that you wanted to drop you off.
Yeah, the only place I can think to go is Anoria. But I can imagine an underwater kingdom's not great for you or Celestia.
There's also not a lot of trees down there.
Valid.
I need trees to transport. I can always bring you back to the grove, or
yeah.
There's
I think
well, there's Mia.
And Milo steps closer to Kavish.
Mir?
Yeah, I'm right here.
No. The town that I heard that you were in recently with the group that.
With the lion people.
No. That's Hasamal. Mir is the small town that. Given from the knowledge that was just handed to me, is now under Hasamalian control, but that is not.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Jamie was out that week, so I don't.
No, you were there. Think.
Oh no, I wasn't able to make it to that stream, so I think you were
sorry.
me.
You're absolutely right. That's right. I was.
But
you.
I should have. I should have remembered that. But the
no, it's okay. That's totally okay. Yeah, a small farm town under Hasamalian control. It did seem like everybody there was relatively friendly, but also clear. Like it was rough. It was Brunte rough, we'll say.
Yeah.
I could also bring you to the outskirts of Eriskar. Technically, I've had some time that I've spent in Farah. I could take you there.
I think the Grove feels like the safest option. It's the last place I saw my friends, so maybe they'll look for me there.
Okay. Just because it is her territory, I do need to check with Riley and make sure that is okay. Actually, sorry, he wouldn't say Riley. I do need to check with Riley Asamira Wildfawn to make sure that that's okay.
I wish I would have met them when I was over there. Wow, what an impressive name. Yeah, go and check.
I believe she refers. She offers to be called Riley.
Riley. Oh yeah, I love Riley. Yeah. Yeah. Go and check with. Yeah, we should check with her.
And you should give me a D20 roll and add your wisdom modifier, please. Or actually, sorry, charisma modifier.
18.
Okay. You're a good distance away. But he's kind of just pausing, and that is still what you would like to do, correct? To leave?
And Milo's going to take a beat and look around and see the joy, and I imagine he sees Tomb finally making it down to where the exhibition was,
mm-hmm.
and
rolling
hearing
down.
people talk. Yeah, rolling down and hearing people talking about the two monks that were fighting down here, and seeing the joy. And I want you to know I do love this place. It seems special.
It is.
But I feel like I have responsibilities outside of here. I don't know if my time to give to this place is now.
Understood. There are things about this place that are disconcerting to some. I get that. I think for others, there's certain things that may look at things as one way, but not knowing the whole story.
He just holds eye contact with you.
And Milo, as sincerely as he can, I was gonna say, I hope to find the whole story here. Maybe as we travel, we'll have time to get into that.
That's entirely up to you. Let me know when you're ready to leave.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Milo says, I have one piece of unfinished business.
Yes.
There's another South Eye man named Demorin that I saw on my first night here.
Ah, yes. Apologies for the confusion in that. I'm sure it will matter little if he's ready to speak to you, but I can walk with you there.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, Milo's gonna say thank you, Elder.
As you're walking along, I'm gonna need a D20 roll and add your intelligence modifier.
Yeah, crap. It's 17.
17 is pretty good. There's a moment where you are walking with Kavish, and Kavish is naturally very active. Actually, not even active listener. Very good natural passive listener. As he is not one to break into most conversations or seem to even really start a lot of them unless it's fully necessary. So on your way back, it is kind of imperative for you to either choose to stand in the awkward silence or to stay in the awkward silence, or to just try to have conversation with him. So it is your choice on what you do on that front. And we don't need to role play that.
Yeah.
Because what's happening in this moment is you are having a split conversation between you and Kavish, or lack of conversation, whatever, and Oren, who's in your mind.
Okay. Yeah, out loud, Milo would be talking about, just kind of talking about what he sees, like how he sees Kavish's leadership of, like, he's constantly watching, and he's constantly watching over his people, and how, like, comparing it to, like, Milo always struggles for presentness and all of that. And he's just rambling on about how he hopes one day to be a leader that shows as much care as Kavish.
Ooh, that's good. I love that. Okay, cool. So you rolled a. What is your intelligence modifier? I want to make this possible.
0.
0. Okay, cool. 17 is the DC for what because you rolled a 17, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I was going to make it 20, but I'll bring it down to 17. 17 was at first enough to be able to seem like you're having a conversation with him, but fully not really listening to his side. I'll say with the 17, what you do catch is that he is not the only elder. He's considered to be the high elder. However, there are others that are around here. You most likely have even seen them. You just haven't really. And he starts to kind of explain who they are. That part you tune out. As you were having a conversation with Oren, that starts with Oren going, what the fuck was that?
What do you mean?
Your friend over here was staring daggers at you for a second as you were sitting in Dutch. You didn't catch that?
No, I didn't. Kavish, this guy?
Yeah. Something. Milo, is fully your decisions on things that are moving forward, but I'm going to tell you right now, there's something off.
Yeah, I've not been fully trusting. I don't have the best grasp of him right now, but yeah, it's I agree. Kind of I've been, I don't know if you've noticed, I've been laying it on thick.
We can table this for later if you want, but I would say that there's definitely something going on here that is not that he doesn't want you to know about, or is worried that you do. I don't know. I obviously I'm with you no matter what, but
Yeah,
I know that you need to get back. So the choice is yours here, but it's like there's something here.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I take a little more respite here. I think I'll need to rely on you to a little bit more than I have as of late to keep an eye out for the things I can't see.
Yeah, sure.
Or don't see.
Comes back to standing in front of a honestly, like, ultimately exactly what looks to be like Aesop's tent, like, or like Aesop's area. Like, they look very similar. So there's a spot where you're just like, oh, there's no way he'd do this to me again, right? Like, there's that level, I think, with Milo, as you are pulling out of the conversation with Worm.
Yeah, Milo. Milo says, well, that's, wow. Yes, I was kind of wondering what the leadership structure looked like. It's honestly fascinating to, like, it seems so, well, I guess it's like a forest. It's so interconnected, but there's like pillars in the community, which would be the trees. And Milo says, oh, it looks, we're here. Would you do you mind sticking around for this one? Sticking around for
Absolutely.
For a moment.
Absolutely.
And and Milo's gonna pop in the beaded door.
Cool. We'll say, Jamie, go ahead and check your Discord message.
Yeah.
And we'll say, as you, because you said, oh baby, oh my gosh, this die has been super nice to me, which is good because I've mostly been rolling on your side. You've given Orem like a level, I'm going to rely on you to be my, like, to be another sort of factor to my senses. Which is hard. I will say that there's definitely, you're not going to get everything all the time, but a nat 20 is a nat 20. Orem says, Orem tells you, seemed a little too eager to respond yes to staying by your side here. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah. I don't know if he's standing in support or standing guard. And Milo, Milo, as he, I
think you come to and you see he's kind of extended the tent flap. Ready?
Out loud, Milo says, the only way out is through, and walks through the door.
Cool. You walk through the door. Kavish looks around for a second. Follows in. It's the flap. Shutters close behind. And we zoom out. And we fade to black. And with that, we will end tonight's session. See you guys next week. Bye.